Have you ever looked at your bank account and you saw a number that you used to dream of? Maybe it was bringing in an annual salary of 100,000 or 200,000 or more. However, when you go to buy a $8 boba and you hit that tap button, you feel this stab of guilt. Or when you book a flight, you immediately have buyer's remorse. I get it. You're standing in the refrigerator aisle at the market and you're contemplating which milk to buy to save $1, even though you make six figures, which is way more than your parents ever made in their lifetime. That isn't frugality, it's a nervous system glitch. This is your frugal, comfortable past self fighting your transformation and shift into this new phase of your wealth building life. If you're a child of immigrants like me, you were raised with this middle class logic: work hard, save everything, and never be wasteful. But here's the brutal truth. The habits that got you to maybe saving 100,000 are the exact ones keeping you from building the kind of generational wealth that you wish you had. So today we're talking about the survival mode mindset that's keeping you trapped. These are the 5 responsible habits that are actually a middle class trap that's keeping you from building true financial freedom. Number 1, the save, save, save fallacy. We've all seen the tips: skip the coffee, skip the avocado toast. But as a former CPA, I see a massive opportunity cost here. If you're spending 3 hours a week hunting for deals to only save $12, you aren't being responsible. You're mismanaging your most valuable asset, your brain power. Your parents saved to survive the floor. You need to invest to reach the ceiling. If we want to grow our wealth, we have to stop focusing on the $10 problems and start focusing on $10,000 opportunities like tax strategy and investment diversification. You cannot save your way into the 1% if you're constantly too exhausted to think. Number 2, the energy ROI audit. So in my last video where I reviewed JSX, I talked about whether paying an extra $200 or so for a flight was a splurge. And to my parents, spending extra to save 2 hours at the airport is financially irresponsible. But to someone who is actively building their wealth, that is actually $200 in profit of energy and sanity. So, in my wealth architecture program, we don't just track expenses, we track our energy ROI. We stop looking at what money is leaving and start looking at what life it's returning. So, if a $60 cleaning fee buys you 3 hours of rest and your earning potential is $100 an hour, you didn't lose money. Wealth isn't just about having more cash. It's about being able to buy back your time so you can spend it doing the things that you love or building a side hustle and really maximizing. Number 3, lifestyle creep versus investment creep. So there's a difference between lifestyle creep, which is, buying a flashier car or a fancy bag to look successful, whereas investment creep is intentional spending, right? It's the high-end laptop that doesn't lag, or the coach who gets you results, or the assistant who handles your inbox. The middle class trap is spending money to look successful, whereas the 1% spend money to be more effective. Number 4, unlearning the survival inheritance. So this might hit home for some of us first-gen daughters. We carry the weight of our parents' sacrifices. But listen, your parents didn't sacrifice so you could be a better saver than them. They worked their 80 plus hours, 7 days a week in survival mode so that you would now have the luxury to have more options and more choices. By staying in this scarcity mode, you're actually devaluing their hard work. You have to give yourself permission to outgrow their fears. Intentional spending means using your money to reflect your current values and not their past trauma. If you needed to hear it today, you have permission to thrive and not just survive. And number 5, the never enough paradox. If your self worth is tied only to your net worth, 100,000 will always feel like 40,000 because guess what? You've already moved the goalpost to 500,000. We are so conditioned to hustle that we've become experts at moving the finish line just in the moment where we cross it. So we never stop to appreciate what we have in the now. We're constantly looking at the future for more. But I want you to pause and realize that your current worst days are someone else's best days. These are the exact days, the exact bank account, the exact career path that your younger self once dreamed of and prayed for. But now that you're finally here, you're too busy to appreciate it, so you just carry the goalposts forward. One of the often forgotten part of wealth, I think we're always talking in terms of net worth and maximizing, but I think the often forgotten part of being truly wealthy is actually the absence of worry and presence of mindfulness. If you can never enjoy the money you worked hard for, the money isn't serving you. Instead, you've become a slave to the money. So don't forget to be mindful and truly appreciate all that you've done to get yourself to where you are today. You didn't just get here by chance, you built this. And if you aren't where you want to be, don't worry, you still have lots of time. So tell me, what is one responsible habit that you're realizing is actually a middle class trap? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one. I can't wait to hear what you guys say. And if you're a first-gen woman like I am who's tired of carrying the mental load and the constant anxiety and stress about money, I'm launching 2 pilot spots for my financial architecture intensive. We'll build your custom system and automate your piece. The link to the application is in the description below. I'll see you in the next one.